Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Everything Wrestling. So, today we're going to be starting a new series. So, as I explained to you with the War Games series, that was our first time doing something like that. And it actually went off pretty well. I mean, it didn't get a lot of negative feedback. Everybody kind of liked it. So, we're going to now go into Survivor Series. So, we'll be basically talking about the different Survivor Series using our figure photography, because a lot of photography that we have not been seen, and some of the stuff I don't want to go and try to recreate because it's like an artist. Once it hits that first time, it doesn't have that same effect. But there's another way for you guys, for me to share my art with you guys, and you guys to come up with your own feelings about the art and that moment, and to also relive some great memories. So I'll be starting off with my Survivor Series uh series, two series. But to kick it off, we are starting off with Survivor Series 88. This was the first Survivor Series, and I don't know, for those that watching, if you are old enough to remember, I used to love the Survivor Series logos. Like, WWE put a lot of effort, or at that time it was WWF, they put a lot of effort into those logos. So of course we kicking it off with the Survivor Series uh and 88 and the Survivor Series logo. And I think the tagline for during that time was the teams of five strive to survive. Survivor Series 88 was the first time, and I think one of the rare times, that we saw a 10 on 10 tag team elimination throughout the Survivor Series franchise, actually. So pretty much it was set up where if your partner got eliminated, then you went to the back also with your partner. So this was the point in time when the Powers of Pain were now on the good side and Demolition were the heels. So you had the Powers of Pain as the faces, and you had the Demolition as the heel. Both of those, Powers of Pain were the captains, and Demolition was the captains of their team. Now, Powers of Pain's team consisted of the Rockers, the British Bulldogs, and the Hart Foundation. So as you can see in the picture, we got pretty much three of the five team. Oh, and the Young Stallions. So I got three of the five teams that was in on the Powers of Pain side. So we just missing the Rockers and the Young Stallions. Young Stallions. Now on Demolition side, you had Demolition, you had the Arn and Tully, the Brain Busters, which we now have figures of them. The Bolsheviks, which we only got Nikolai, so we didn't have Nikolai and Boris. And then we got the Rougeau brothers, which we need figures of them. Hopefully, we get figures of them and the Conquistadors. I doubt it if we ever see figures of them, but that was the Demolition team. And as we go to the next scene, you can see that pretty much we set it up where we got Demolition and Powers of Pain squaring off in the ring. And this was actually in the process of that swerve turn where now Powers of Pain were joining Mr. Fuji, or Master Fuji at that time, and Demolition were now turning to be faces. So as you see, we got our custom Warlord and Barbarian, which I love these two figures. I love both of these teams back in the day. And then we got our Jax, Mr. Fuji at ringside. I hope we can get Mattel Fuji. We desperately need Mr. Fuji. Uh, Man, we got almost every manager, but we got to get Mr. Fuji. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Mattel signs Mr. Fuji, and we can make that happen. But anyway, going on to our next, you can see that pretty much the Powers of Pain ended up joining Mr. Fuji, and now those were, his two henchmen, so to speak. So, and we pretty much know how that storyline went. Now we to the main event where you had the Mega Powers, who were the captains, with and against the Twin Towers, who were also the captains of their team. So Mega Powers, obviously, this was a set that I did before Mattel released their Mega Power set. So the road was done by us, and obviously you guys remember that defining moments, Hogan. Now, this tells you how long this has been, because now we have an actual Mega Power set, and it's pretty nice. So on the Mega Power side, you had Mega Powers, and this was a 5-on-5 traditional elimination also. But you had Hogan, Macho, Hercules, which I don't know if we'll ever get a figure in him, Coco Beware, and Hillbilly Jim. At the time that I made this, I didn't have a Hillbilly Jim. I have him now. But we needed Coco Beware, and like I said, I don't know if we ever get Hercules. On the opposite side, you had the Twin Towers. I need a re-release of Akeem. I got Boss Man. We didn't got different variations of Boss Man, but we need an Akeem so that I can finish my Twin Towers. And then we had Ted DiBiase, which, because I wasn't able to do the Twin Towers, I didn't even bother trying to add Ted in. And Red Rooster, which I missed out on that Red Rooster. Now I kind of realize I should have grabbed him because we never probably would get another Red Rooster figure, and he's pretty expensive now, but I missed out on that figure. And then the final person that finished off that team was King Haku. And we all know we need some variation of Haku. I don't care which one it is, but give us one of them. We got to get a Mattel Haku. But yeah, so hopefully this brings back memories. Try to recapture them within these photos. And like I say, by this being this was the first Survivor Series, the cards was pretty short. So as we progress with our Survivor Series you'll see how the card increases. Now, we don't cover all the cards, or we just selectively chose the ones that we were able to fully shoot. So hopefully you enjoyed this one, and thank you guys and gals for supporting the channel. And if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please make sure you subscribe, share. It helps out the channel. And stay tuned. We got a whole lot more coming to Everything Wrestling. Y'all have a nice day, and you stay blessed out there.